Hey everybody, welcome back to Pop's Place Garage. Been working on these bikes on and off here. We've had a little bit of cold and wet weather, and I have a tiny garage full of bikes, so some days I can't get much done. Some days I have a lot of interruptions, but I've been plugging away. Got my parts to be painted, pretty much ready to be sprayed. You can see them here behind me. I've got clutch cable done on the Sportster. A bunch of bikes out here I've been working on, so let me show you what's going on. We're gonna see if we can fire up that Panhead. How long has it been since it's been started up, Robert?
I don't know, man.
You're on camera too, by the way. You're on Pop's Place Garage. Been about a year.
Yeah.
That's too long. You want me to choke it with my hand a couple times? Let the ignition off before you go for it?
Yeah, we'll choke it once you...
Do you have the ignition off still?
Yeah.
Or is it on? It's off? Alright, I can get around here and hand it for you. Alright, go ahead. Prime kicks. Well, ignition's on now. Yeah, I felt gas on my hand that time. Alright, here we go.
Choke it again?
Huh? The ignition's on, it'll probably pop off. Go ahead. Oh yeah. Alright. Now turn the ignition on. Look at that. Here we go. Is it on? The headlight's not on. There it is. Now the headlight's on. You want me to try it? Let me kick it. The ignition's off, so. Oh yeah! Is it my turn or what? Here. You're on camera duty.
Oh, I overextended on that one.
Oh shit. That's the worst.
So we're getting close though.
You ready? It's recording still, man.
Oh, sorry.
That's almost a kickback. Man, you got a beast here. See
Yeah.
that compression, like. Woo! Come on, baby. I need to gain about 100 pounds. Crank this bike.
Come on, baby. Hold on, I think we need to start over. Turn it off.
You got ignition off, right? Now it's on. Woo! Almost. Come on, baby. Be nice. You gotta eat your Wheaties to crank this bike. We're getting intermittent power to your headlight. It's off and on, off and on.
It's gonna be over here.
Ignition switch problems. Come on, baby. See this headlight? The way it's acting. It's off right now. What is that you're wiggling? That's making it go on and off.
Yeah, that one was super loose.
Yeah. That'll do it. Is your ignition off? You don't have any lights. There it is. Woo! Come on, baby. He wants to. Yeah! Woo! Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's a puking. She's a puking, Robert. You need to polish that check ball pocket in that oil bump, buddy. All right, 2005 Sportster. Clutch cable is done. Picked this up the other day here in town. Guy had broke a clutch cable end off right here, and he was stranded, so I went and picked him up. Ordered a new one. This thing has got these big titty bars on it, or whatever you call them. I think those are titty bars, if I remember right. They kind of taper in towards the top. They're new school kind of bars, but these risers are pretty tall. This clutch cable is deceiving. I was like, that might not be a stock cable. Shit, it was 12 inches over. That was a 71-inch cable, man. So the old Drag Specialties, I found one in black vinyl that length, because his old one, it was black vinyl. So, you know, I don't want to put a steel braided on there and look out of place. But let's see if you can see this here. There it is. You can see it just snapped the end off where the where it goes onto the clutch handle, the clutch lever. I'm sorry. So that's junk, garbage. It's a pretty cool bike though. He's got the ground metal with candy over it. I did not do this. This guy, he bought this bike like this. He said he's only had it for a little while, so I'm not sure who did all of this and put it together, but it is super tall Sportster, man. It must have taller than stock shocks on it. I have never seen a Sportster sit this tall. Even when I'm moving it around, it just feels crazy. It feels like a big beast of a bike, and when you sit on it, it makes it even worse with this spring seat on a stock frame. I mean, good God, this guy, if he's not 6 foot tall, this bike might be uncomfortable. And I don't think he was that tall. It seems like, if I remember right, he was about my height. I'm 5'10" or so. But yeah, that's what I've been up to for about the last hour. And on the old FXR, I went ahead and changed push rods. He told me when my buddy brought this bike to me to do some work on. I'm doing a paint job on it, but last time he ran it, he had some trouble with it, and he said it bent a push rod. So sure enough, I took the push rods out of here. It had a set of adjustable push rods in it, and this is an Evo, so you know those weren't stock. This front cylinder exhaust push rod, it was bent, man, like a banana. That sucker was bad. It was down on that skinny end where the threads are. I guess that's the weak point of an adjustable push rod. But he brought me a new set, so I got them in there. I put the new adjustables in there and adjusted them and everything. And I got to clean up his carb here. The choke or the enrichener valve is stuck in there, and then I don't know about you guys, but to me that looks like a hairline crack in the carburetor. So yeah, she might need some more TLC, but we'll get to that once the paint job's done. I'm gonna do a 3-hole oil change on this thing, but this bike hasn't run in a few years and the oil tank's super low, and that tells me all the oil's probably down there. I don't even want to change the oil until I crank this thing up first with the old oil in it. So we're gonna finish the paint job, we're gonna put the tank back on here with some gas, fire it up, puke oil all over the ground, then change the oil, you know, and that's if it runs for me. We'll see, you know, because he did report that when all of that happened, it blew the oil cap out, and that worries me a little bit, because usually that's a sign of blow by if it blows that oil cap out like that. The engine turns over fine by hand, but I haven't done a compression check or anything yet. I'll do all that soon. I'll probably wait until I'm ready to fire it up to do that. But that's the FXR update. And of course, you saw us fire up the old Panhead earlier. We still need a battery for this thing. I got this little Mickey Mouse battery on there. It's not really enough, but this is a kickstart only bike, so all it's got to do is power the coils and points. So it ran, you know, it was a little hard to start. I think it'll start easier with a good battery. But next on this thing, he never did center his rear wheel when he first put this thing together, and I thought he should. So we did some work. We centered the rear wheel, and then of course the chain wasn't lining up. So we used some washers to space that sprocket. You can still see it. If I can get a good angle, you can see the washers that I crammed in there. You can kind of see them there. Hard to see, but anyway, they are spaced with washers. About 200 thou is my best guess. I haven't even taken them out and measured them. But what I did do, I was estimating, it looks like a little less than 1/4 inch, right? You know, so I'm doing some reading, and I realized that, hey, shovel head FLHs, the rear wheel was offset to the left to compensate for a heavy primary on these, and it was offset by 180 some thousandths, if I remember right. I want to say 183, 187, somewhere in there. So it stands to reason that if this bike has the original rear sprocket and the original front sprocket, and we centered that wheel, that it is this way 180 some odd thousandths. You follow? 200 thousandths. That's not that much different. We're like, what, 15 thousandths or so off from being perfect. I think this is gonna do it. And instead of wasting a bunch more time taking the wheel on and off and on and off and measuring washers, I'm just gonna throw this bad boy on there. We're gonna see how that works. And the old Ironhead, I hadn't done nothing to since last time you saw it. The only thing I've done is the pipes are just sitting on there for now. They're loose. I had the pipes off, I had everything off so that I could get to that drive sprocket nut and bust that motor loose because it was stuck a little bit in it. It's a real small battery that plugs in there, so let's just see. It tried. You know, it turns over now. Everything's fine, I guess. I haven't really messed with it. The only thing I did do is I took that Ultima Super E carb off to clean it, and I did clean it. It was missing a bolt in the intake manifold. It only had one bolt in it. So I grab another bolt and go to put it back on there, and lo and behold, it does not fit my intake manifold. So wrong intake for Super E carb. So you know, I don't know what's going on here. They must have never run that bike with that carb on there. There's no way that it ran like that with that kind of an intake leak. So you either have to get a new intake or find me a stock Bendix or CV or whatever came on these things. I don't remember off the top of my head. So that's what's up at Pop's place. I'm still working on those paint jobs over there. I'm taking forever. I have a lot of interruptions. I support my wife's business, and right now her car is broken down, and every day, 2 or 3 times a day, I have to drive around and pick up supplies for her business, which makes more money than mine right now, so I can't complain. But it is putting a hold up on these paint job parts because we had a cold week last week. It was cold and wet, so I wasted a whole week there. Today was a super nice day here, and it would have been great to paint, but I had to go get the license plates for my truck. It wasted a half a day. Seems like it's always something, but man, that is a beautiful sky. I'll be getting this FXR set done next. This is the next thing to go. This set is fully prepped, ready to spray. Don't mind my little orange spots there, little metal burning through, surface rust. I'll touch that up real quick with the scuff pad, but I've got side covers and a small sport front fairing for it inside. This thing's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be silver topped with teal candy, silver leaf with spun machining, and I really don't know what else. Maybe something cool. It's gonna be custom. It's not just gonna be teal, plain teal. It will be pretty wild. So not super wild. I'm not gonna do a full-blown like lowrider style paint job on that, but also not like a factory style paint job. Something in the middle. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you tuning in to Pop's Place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, man. Always got some cool motorcycle shit going on. I'm not Orange County Choppers, you know. I'm not Easy Co or any of those guys. I know I'm not as fun, not quite as entertaining or high budget, but we're doing some cool shit, man, and we're gonna do some more cool shit and keep getting better and better stuff over here. I'm gonna expand the shop one of these days once I make a few bucks. So take a ride with me on this journey. I'm just getting started out of my garage, and hopefully in a year or two this will be a big operation, have a big shop and some help, and really do some fun shit. So until next time, guys, y'all take care, keep chopping. I'll see you next time.